So a couple of disclaimers. We're not talking commission plans, just commission calcs. And this is all obscure data. So Diego, we are not putting your W-9 on. Okay, let's talk some use cases. We, as a company, probably at some point, kind of around like the 100K or the 100-person mark, typically like startups buy commission software. And these tend to be commission plans that roll up into some sort of calculations so that your sales teams, BDR teams, SE teams can all understand how much they're making and how that's coming. And as you can imagine, when you have a large team, there's a lot of different inputs into that. And kind of just some like ballpark context is teams will usually pay like at least 10K for commission software, upwards of like 100K for like really, really large companies. So the thought experiment here was, can we take some of the Omni plans that we have upcoming, obscure a lot of this data so you guys can't see how much people make, but in real time be able to give people a framework of understanding how much they're making, what's that's coming from, kind of where they are to target. And you can imagine there's like a lot of nuance that goes into that. So Ariel and Annika were very gracious to help see if we could run this experiment.
Cool. All right, Annika, come over here. And Richard made a lot of this possible too. He was doing some engineering pitches right on the fly. But what we wanted to see is now that we have some new capabilities in the product, like CSV upload and spreadsheeting, could we take some of these use cases and move it directly into Omni? So I guess we'll go into the workbook here. Let's see, hopefully we don't have all the obscured stuff still. So a couple of the pieces that we did is one thing we needed to do was first we needed to get quota data into Omni because we have the actuals from Salesforce of how much deals Diego closed, only Diego, but we needed to get everybody's quotas by month. And so that's where CSV upload came in handy. Annika did convince us that she wanted to do it through Snowflake, but theoretically we could have uploaded that table directly into Omni. So now what we have is total closed deals compared to quota. And then what Kimberly was able to do is news to me, but apparently compensation is really complicated with crazy things like, where is this? Yeah, plan details, things like these little bonuses and over attainment stuff, things I'm not familiar with. And so what she did is she was able to copy this into an Excel sheet directly because we don't have to work in structured data. And so we were able to get this little table right in there, which is great, so that Kimberly could go do all of her magic. We go into edit and go to our chart, and we'll pop open our spreadsheet. So you'll see that that table exists over here in this new spreadsheet tab. Kudos to Richard for making spreadsheets multi-tab now so that we can have feeders and inputs. And then Kimberly worked all of her crazy magic to reference that and do Excel calculations and all of this overperformance stuff so that we can tell Diego exactly how much he's getting paid. And then Annika did all the magic to stick this right into a dashboard. So now we can switch this. We can eventually open this up to everybody so they can double check their math. And everybody can have access. We'll roll this up at the manager level. We'll be able to do this at sales ops level and sales leadership. So we'll be able to do all these things. You can swap it. And yeah, it's a fun little thought experiment. I think it works.